Hi everyone, welcome back to Sobel DIY. Today I want to show you how I recreated this really cute farmhouse neutral Easter style decor that I found online for about $45, and I recreated it for around $2. And I will preface that by saying that I did have my Cricut and the paint supplies on hand, and I only had to spend the $2 on getting the frames from Dollar Tree. So let's get into a list of the materials you will need for this project. From Dollar Tree, you will need to pick up 2 of these 8x10 canvases, and they will need to be the ones that have the wooden frames, not the flat ones that Dollar Tree also carries. These are the decals that I made with my Cricut, and if you don't have access to a Cricut, you can use stencils. Some paintbrushes and some paint, and you will need a black paint and a dark brown paint. Small flathead screwdriver, as well as a pair of needle nose pliers. Scissors. Hot glue gun and glue sticks, and I will also be using my handheld paint dryer. And lastly, a way to hang your frames. As I mentioned before, I did design these decals on my Cricut, and what I like to do is after I design them in the workspace, I will hold the canvas up to the screen of my computer just to see how everything fits, because everything will be true to size, and I know you can use measurements for that, but I do just like to do this just to see how it's going to fit. Next, we are going to remove the canvas from the frame, and I have done a video very similar to this in the past, and this time I wanted to use a different method. So we're actually going to need a precision knife or an X-Acto knife, box cutter, anything like that that you have. And what I'm actually doing this time is just going around the edges of the outside of the staples and just cutting a straight line all the way across. I do go back and go ahead and just follow the line straight, but this helps to really easily remove this from the frame. Once I get to the corners, I'm just using my flathead screwdriver and my needle nose pliers to unwedge the staple and then remove it from the frame. At this point, you should be able to pull the canvas off the frame really easily, and then you'll just want to set it to the side. Next, if you have wood stain on hand, that will absolutely be fine. I just wanted to show a different method using brown paint mixed with water. So if you don't have a well-ventilated area to work, or you don't have stain on hand, you can take a brown paint, mix a little bit of the paint with some water, and it will do the same thing that stain will do without all the smell or anything like that and the mess. So just make sure you're protecting your workspace, and then you mix a little bit of paint with water and then apply it the same way you would with stain. Next, to paint the canvas, you'll notice there are 2 sides, and you'll want to be painting the whiter of the 2 sides, the one that looks less grainy. And then you're just going to go over your entire canvas with black. Don't worry past those creases because it will be cut off, but you'll just go around and paint this entire area black. You're not done yet? Do you see any spots that need to be painted?
Yeah.
Okay. Another recommendation I have for this is if you add a little bit of water, it helps the paint spread on the canvas really nicely. Now to put the frame back onto the canvas, you're going to want to apply the glue to where the staples were and have the smooth side facing up. So what I'm doing is just working section by section and applying a line of hot glue to each side and then pressing it down onto the canvas. Then to remove the excess, you'll just take your scissors and just cut as close to the line of the frame as possible and just do this all the way around on both of them. Then for the decals, you'll just peel and stick them where you would like for them to be on the canvas. And again, if you don't have access to a Cricut or any way to get the decals, then you can always use stencils. Another really good idea if you have a printer is to go on Google and find these silhouette images of the animals or anything else you would think of to make, and you could actually trace these onto a really cute cardstock or contact paper and cut them out and then put them down that way using Mod Podge or something. So that is another really cute idea that you could use to make these your own. Lastly, to hang these, I'm just going to glue these little hardware pieces that I got out of a photo hanging kit onto the back of the canvases in the center. And if you find the center of the first one, you can stack the second one on top and line it up and then make sure they're even that way. And that is all for today's tutorial, and I really love how these came out, and for $2 these really stand up against the ones that are $45, and I think they do look really nice. So if you are someone who loves the neutral farmhouse style decor and you like things that you can make for holidays but also use year round, make sure you follow me so you can be notified when I upload more fun affordable farmhouse DIYs like this, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.